Howdy, I'm Derek from Heckler. Today, we're walking through the complete assembly of the Heckler XL Display Stand Mark II, our heavy-duty, high-stability mobile stand built for very large displays, including 85-inch to 98-inch 16:9 displays and 85-inch to 105-inch 21:9 ultrawide displays weighing up to 220 pounds. Before we get started, a quick safety note. Heckler XL Display Stand Mark II is designed for massive displays that can be heavy or awkward to handle and mount. A minimum of 2 people are required to mount a display safely. For heavier displays, you may want a third or even a fourth teammate nearby to help protect both people and your expensive equipment. With that said, let's get started. We recommend laying down a blanket or drop cloth to protect the finish of your parts during assembly, especially on hard floors and surfaces. In the box, you'll find 1 beam, 2 columns, 4 legs, 4 total lock casters, 1 left cord wrap, 1 right cord wrap, 6 cable managers, 4 M8 set screws for your display's VESA holes, 4 display anchors, and 1 hex key. We'll begin by installing the casters into the leg. First, engage the brake on each caster. These casters feature total lock, which locks both wheel spin and caster swivel. Thread a caster into the socket at the bottom of the leg. Keep turning by hand until the caster is fully seated. Confirm the hex feature of the caster is fully set inside the leg socket. Repeat the process for all 4 legs. Next, we'll install the legs into the beam. All 4 legs are identical, so any leg can go into any leg socket. Lay the beam on the ground with the leg sockets facing up. Verify 2 set screws are present at each leg socket. If any are missing, check packaging or contact Heckler customer service for replacements. Using the supplied hex key, back out the 2 set screws just enough so that the leg can slide in without striking the screw tips. Do not remove the set screws completely. Orient the leg so the surface with the 2 holes aligns with the 2 set screws, then slide the leg into the socket. Depress the silver safety push pin just enough on the side of the leg so that you can push the leg fully into the beam. When correctly installed, you'll feel and hear the safety pin click into place inside the round beam tube. Verify that the 2 tabs on the end of the leg sit flush with the outside surface of the beam. Tighten the 2 set screws firmly, but do not over-tighten. The screws should sit near flush to the beam surface. As the conical screw tips seat into the conical holes, you'll feel the leg settle into its aligned position. Repeat this process for the remaining 3 legs. Then, carefully upright the base. You may want someone to assist you here. Now we can move on to installing the columns. Before installing columns, check that all 4 casters have the brakes engaged. Identify your display's horizontal VESA mounting pattern and select the matching column sockets. Compatible patterns include VESA 400, 600, 800, all the way through 1600. Displays with odd VESA mounting patterns such as 500, 700, 900, and so on are also compatible by offsetting 1 column, which will off-center the display by 50 millimeters relative to the stand body. The column set screws are typically pre-installed in your beam at the 600 millimeter position. Confirm 2 set screws are present at each chosen column socket location. If your display is VESA 600, simply back out each set screw slightly so the column can slide into the socket without striking the tips. If your display is not VESA 600, you'll relocate the set screws to the appropriate socket locations on the beam, removing any cable managers that may be installed into your intended beam slot. You can relocate them into open slots on the beam later. Hold the column vertically over the beam socket and align the end of the column with the opening. Keep the column vertical throughout. Do not pry, rock, or force a misaligned column into place. If the column does not insert cleanly, simply back out to ensure the column is fully vertical and try again. Depress the silver safety push pin on the side of the column and push the column fully into the socket. When correctly installed, the safety push pin clicks into place and the column's tabs sit flush with the beam's outer surface. Tighten the 2 set screws firmly, but do not over-tighten. Screws should sit near flush, and you'll feel the column settle into alignment as the conical tips seat into place. Repeat for the second column. Next, we'll install your display. This stand is designed for very large displays up to 220 pounds. If you have any compatibility questions, please feel encouraged to contact Heckler support. We'll start by installing the display anchors. Thread the supplied M8 set screws into your display's VESA mounting holes. In most cases, hand tight is enough. If you use a tool, be careful not to over-tighten, as this can damage the display. Note, while most large displays use M8 mounting holes, M6 hardware is available separately if needed. Simply contact Heckler customer support. Fully fasten the display anchors into the set screws. Get them fully snug, but do not over-tighten. Each anchor has an embedded steel nut. Ensure the set screw fully threads through it. Next, we'll lift and mount the display to the columns. Check one more time that all 4 casters are locked. First, measure your display and choose the mounting keyhole position on the columns that provides your desired display height. It can be helpful to mark the side of the keyhole position with a piece of masking tape. With 2 people minimum, more for heavier displays, move the display close to the columns and fully insert all 4 display anchors into the selected keyholes on the columns. Then gently lower the display until the anchors seat into the keyholes. To secure the assembly, you must lock the display to the columns with the cable managers. Insert a cable manager through the rear holes on each column that correspond to each display anchor. Push each cable manager in with the cable slots oriented horizontally, then rotate 90 degrees to lock. Next, we'll add the remaining cable management to keep everything tidy, safe, and organized. Install cable managers and left-hand and right-hand cord wraps into unused sockets on the beam. Now you can route power, HDMI, and Ethernet along the columns and across the beam using the cable managers and cord wraps. And that's it. Your Heckler XL Display Stand Mark II is fully assembled and ready to use. With rock-solid stability, thoughtful cable management, and support for today's largest displays, it's built to perform, transport, and deploy wherever you need it. To learn more about Heckler XL Display Stand Mark II or the rest of the Heckler product line, follow the links in the description or visit Heckler.com.